Happy 3rd anniversary to GoGameGo. Can't believe it's been 3 years already, just in the last year alone. You remember last year we had that great show? It was the 2nd anniversary. You thought there's no way this is going to make it to the 3rd, right? Well, it did. And they were trying to get 400 subs at that time, and now they're up over 700 subs. Absolutely amazing, growing all the time. And 52 weeks is a long time.
One eternity later.
And in 90 minutes an episode? Oh, come on now. We all know really it's more like 100.
Hello.
Hello. That's like 5,200 minutes in the run of a year.
Hi, I'm Stu.
Hey, Stuart, how you doing?
That's something like almost 87 hours. Which is almost like 4 whole complete days sitting in front of your computer staring at GoGameGo. I can't believe I had something else I could have done with my Wednesday nights.
Hey, look who it is.
Papa Pete.
Papa Pete.
Nah, I'd rather do this. Anyway, congratulations, GoGameGo. And, really, even though I love you and I have so much fun spending time with you, I gotta say it again. Damn you, GoGameGo.
50, you don't have to.
If I time this just right, okay, I gotta think here.
I gotta figure this
What
out.
if I do this?
Just keep your pants on.
Oh,
Wow, look at that, dude. That's slick. You are a clever individual.
He's gonna stand there throughout.
You know what the problem with this is? I haven't had a beer yet. So I'm gonna have Patty's Brew Pub in Wolfville, Nova Scotia.
Oh, that's a neat label.
Blood Orange Ale.
Yum.
Hey, Pete, can you look through the little hole in the logo there in the middle?
Glasses.
It's gonna have like a Mr. Magoo thing kind of going on here.
We have 2 logos up there. Let's see. Give me Oh, that was great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No.
I kind of feel like we're on Match Game right now. Oh man, that was a great video, Pete.
And here,
That was great.
this whole time I've been kidding myself and saying that people are here for us. It's Pete. People show up just to see if Pete's going to show up.
You know, that's that second clip I watched a couple of times, and I noticed that JD didn't have any reaction to anything.
No, I was watching that.
I'm not even sure if he realized his camera was on.
Is this thing working yet?
I wish he was here so we could make fun of him for that.
Well, you already did make fun of him for it.
Yeah, but I wish he was here so he could hear it.
That was hilarious.
Lance Jennings is here. How about that?
Oh, Pete, that was great.
I'm out of beer.
Is that it, Pete? You're out of here? Oh, how did you find the GoGameGo channel? That's a great question.
Pete gets the damn MVP tonight already. Judas Priest, come on.
Kid Gootsy found it looking up for some Amico stuff, but then hung around after the Amico news was all gone. Well, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
More Distracted is here. Tug, yeah, where is Tug? Tug is in here somewhere. He's in the house. I'll have someone bring him in a little bit.
Man, I was getting the videos were already giving me freaking Barbie syndrome, man. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, God. Junebug is here. By the way, everyone, yesterday was Junebug's birthday, so wish her a happy birthday.
Belated happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Junebug.
It's her 3rd birthday? Is it her 3rd birthday?
3rd anniversary birthday. CC Mental is here.
Oh.
Just came back from getting water, and what the hell is this? You'd be surprised how often we have that same comment on every show.
What is it? What?
Miss So is here.
What the hell is this?
Thank you.
Hey, Miss So. I do have to go back to this though. I was a little thrown. This is well mannered. Jeff, they must be talking about Kid Doozy. Must be talking about you.
That was an early episode.
Oh, come on!
No, I have puppies.
I'm so sorry, Pete. I'm so
Let me
sorry.
do this.
Your
There's Tug.
your MVP
Hi,
status is left, Pete. There's the MVP right there.
Tug's first appearance.
What's up, Tug? Tug, you go puppy.
He's a little
You
tiny
go
guy.
puppy.
Tug is worldwide now.
Oh, the worldwide Tug. Oh, look at that. Come on.
He's yawning.
Even
Cute factor off the charts. Check that out.
Oh, Tug. All right.
Pete,
Thank you.
this is like America's
Thank you.
funniest home
Thank you.
videos. You know, we saw your video and it was amazing, and then all of a sudden they put out a cute dog video, and you're like, "Damn it, I'm out. Dog's in." Pete, thank you for the video for tonight, though. Right
That's
now,
another classic.
That was awesome.
fantastic. Oh my God.
Hey, Metal Torso, thank you.
Woo. I love that name. That's great. That's what I've got. It was a metal
Hey,
torso.
Michael.
Yeah.
A
Glad
heavy
to have
metal
you.
torso. Speaking of
3
heavy
years.
metal, my son made
Hey,
me
look
proud
who's
today.
here.
Pete, what was your line in that video? Is my favorite one. What was it? Something like after the second year, who knew they would make it for another year? What was that
Yeah,
one? It was
whoever
great.
expected they'd be there for another year.
You can't stop us, Pete.
Yeah, not even Ted McGinley can stop us.
Stash Nuts here.
I am going to have a Trailways ooze.
Is that the secret of the ooze right there?
I don't know, but I got paper towel out just in case it oozes all over the desk here.
That didn't sound right at all. I hope
Good
everybody
point.
knows what you were talking about. Nobody tuned in after you stopped showing the beer.
Here's
Hey, now
Salvatore's
what? They were
tab.
well mannered. Till now.
OEB Pete, the Papa Pete, to Go Game Go.
Go game go. That's a great path, Salvatore. I'm trying to type in hello to everybody online too, and I can't get to it.
Whew. Oh, thanks everybody for being here. This is
8% alcohol. Holy crap!
How
Wow.
much?
8.
That's pretty good for
That's my style.
In other words, don't
Cheers to
plans.
3 years.
Oh, I should go get a beer now.
Salvatore says he's responsible for one subscriber, Stash Nut. See if everyone just brings a friend.
And that's
Well,
what
that was
matters.
She was a good pickup and a faithful subscriber right there, faithful viewer.
All right, now this is a historic comment right here because George on our very first show just typed in PogChamp, and that was it.
That's the very first one. It's in the
That's-
video that I showed.
Yeah, the very first one. So there you
Nice.
go.
That's the
Historic.
first comment ever. Is George here then? The same George?
Yes,
There
that's
he
it.
is.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh,
I do need to take a picture of Tug in the Go Game Aquarium before he gets too big and can't fit.
right.
Oh my God, yes.
That'd be great. And have him hold a controller, maybe something. No opposable thumbs, but sometimes that's how I play my games too. No opposable thumbs.
Oh my goodness. Finally caught up on chat.
Very nice, Jeff. Oh, where's my where's my head?
Oh,
I need
Pete,
it.
before we get going,
Yeah.
Junebug wants to know if you are being affected by the wildfire.
No, not like the ones going on in Ontario and Quebec right now are a long ways away, like hundreds of miles away from me. The one down in Nova Scotia that was last week went for about 2 weeks. It's ended now because we had a lot of rain this week. That really didn't affect me, but it was fairly close. It was fairly close to my kid. That's where we went down through this weekend when we went to visit him. And there was another one which was very small in comparison to all these other huge ones right here in this area too. Didn't affect me directly, but it was right here in this area. There's just a crazy number of fires so far this year.
What's causing it?
Ontario, it's bad. My brother was just in, who usually stops in a few minutes before we go on the air. And he was telling me that they're canceling baseball games in New York because of the smoke coming out of Quebec and Ontario.
I saw some video from there, and it's just like almost like gray or kind of like amber in a way. It's just really heavy amount of smoke.
You didn't see
They've been
Pete in any of
told
that
to not
footage,
leave the
did you?
house.
You didn't see Pete in any of that footage, did you? With a rug going.
So they did cancel those games. I heard they were postponing them.
Well, I don't know if it'd be just delaying the start or.
Literally would be golden.
Well, in 2020 in California, we had a bunch of wildfires, and it's smoke and yellow and ashy. It's not healthy to be outside when that stuff goes on.
What are they? What's causing all of this?
Dry weather.
Well, I don't know about. I haven't heard about the Canada ones, but the ones we had a few years back, where it's just we were in drought for so long, and then somebody throws a cigarette out,
right,
to the brush, or unfortunately, homeless start a fire and it gets out of hand.
Gotcha. Right. Good point. Wow. Yeah. See, don't even think about that.
Tug peeing on the Go Game Aquarium would be golden.
It'd be literally.
Yeah, I get that.
Literally golden.
We got smog last 2 days. Thanks, Canada.
Yeah, you always blame us for the good stuff. You don't blame us for the clean air that comes from down there.
Hey, now, come on.
Fresh air that comes from
We thank you for a lot. Like Rush, Brian Adams, Coney Hatch.
Look at this. Stashnet's friend.
Triumph.
Wow, that sounds bad.
Wow, shoot. Damn. Well, Pete, get that under control, will you?
I will see what I can do.
I don't know how they let all that smoke get over the border. You should be able to stop that.
Don't you have a box fan? Just set it up outside, Pete.
Well, it's all right up next
Have it
door.
blow north. Nobody lives up north in Canada, do they?
How the hell? Just have it blow east. Just get it out over the water.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on all the chat here too.
Papa Coco.
It's not easy.
And this is a little late. This is for Jeff. Good job. Keep it up tonight, Jeff. Nice job. Nice job. I sure as hell can't do it. Not today, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh.
So Jeff, you were showing the new pup. I have one of these on tonight. And look at that. It even has blood in it.
Huh.
Do you know who gave me that?
No.
That's my cat.
Ah.
We're putting in new flooring, and he started being a real dick to my friend who was helping me. Not only helping me, he's the reason that it's getting done. I'm helping him. It's really what's going on. But he started getting real pissy at him. So I'm like, all right, asshole, you're going downstairs. Oh, so I grab him. And by the time I got to the bottom of the stairs, he'd start kind of to move. I lost control of him. I got him down and he turned his head and he started chewing and gnawing on my finger. Got this great gash right down the side from him. So I've been changing the bandage and I must have bumped it or something. And so anyway, I got that. And then I banged my finger with the crowbar. Let's see. I got one other one from something else. I had another one going on here from something. I don't know. Banging on the floor boards when you have to bang them down. So silly. Old man injury update. You know, here's the thing. When you get a little older and your kids are older, I don't know. You guys find this? Do you fight talking to your kids about this or that, or you know, especially my kids, they're moved out, they're married, and you know, it's like you don't want to talk. Well, I went to the doctor today. Yeah, I went there and I did this. They say I got this or I did that. Oh my God, he's back.
Tug came back.
Oh, quick. Here's a Tug update.
He's back. He's still tired. He's yawning.
Oh man.
How old is Tug?
I just think just a little over 8 weeks. Woo.
Aw.
Adorable.
He's a young one.
So I'm thinking about this, of course, because no, it's okay. I'm not on. And look at that. Thank you very much, JW. That is, you know what the shirt is, right? That's the artwork I have on my site, on my Facebook page.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, very. Oh, I gotta cry.
He's reclipped.
I need a tissue.
Discuss.
Talk amongst yourselves. Verklempt.
How's this injury going to affect Rocket League, sir?
Not at all. I was kicking some ass today. Saboteur and I were kicking some ass the other day. We finally got hooked up in there and we were kicking some ass. Today I got in with a team that was not good. And then I got in with another team that was not good. Then I got into with a team that was doing good. So
Third time's a charm.
it's always rough when you get thrown into a team of Kylo Ren's. It's really bad.
I've been playing Street Fighter 6, and I finally started playing really well. I was going on a pretty good win streak, and then the next day, which was I think yesterday, I won the first match, and then I lost like 4 or 5 in a row. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. My rank was just going boo.
I took our discussion the other night to heart, though, and I did get online and I started racing against some people online the other night. And I did okay. I came in first a few different times.
Mario Kart?
Yeah, on Mario. Sorry, yes, on Mario Kart. But then I thoroughly got my ass kicked on a few of them.
So I went back to that Mario Kart we did about a month or so ago.
Yeah,
and both videos, mine and Pete's, perfect, just fine. And I don't know what's different other than we had on that one, it was just you on the video, Stuart. And the other one, I think we had 4 people maybe. I don't know if that's what dragged it down. I have no idea. But it went from being just fine to not even watchable.
Or was it the absence of me?
I don't know.
Just saying.
I guess we'll find out next time.
We'll find out next. Ooh. We're going to have to do this soon again because now we got to find out.
I know. Definitely got to do more Mario Kart.
Yeah. And we got to get this Rocket League thing together too with Mike and the guys. That has to happen. I was thinking we have to do that next week.
A rematch.
Rematch.
Yep. I mean, if that's what you want to call. No, I mean, if that's what you want. I mean, that's one way to say it.
Well, I know PJ Smith wants to play.
PJ. Yes.
He got a Switch and Mario Kart just recently so he could play.
My friend was telling me that her daughter just got a Switch. She's on tour right now. And she's having issues with connecting to the televisions at the hotel. Her computer will connect fine through the HDMI, but the Switch won't. So that they're thinking it's not the cable. I don't know what it is. So
that's very strange. I don't know what would.
That's strange and it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what would cause that.
I know. You get it and you're ready to go, and then you're like, come on, seriously?
At least you can still play the Switch though, even without the TV.
Yes, that is the beautiful thing. I remember one of the first times that I saw somebody with a Switch was in the airport. Christine and I were, I don't know. We were getting ready to, obviously we were getting ready to go somewhere. I almost said that. But there was a woman there playing the Switch, and I was like, damn, I got to get one of those.
Here you go. What are some of the hosts and guest hosts' favorite moments or episodes of the past 3 years?
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, I'd have to say, one of the best was, having Tommy on, because when we started this whole thing, the first thing that Jeff told me is that, man, I would love to do this, and I'd love to have Tommy Tallarico on the show.
Because I just spent, half of 2020 I'm sorry, even before the channel, I was just watching stuff all the time, because we're working from home. Had YouTube going, so I was watching all kind of stuff. And I went back and I did see our second episode. We were talking about game systems coming out in 2020. And one was the Amigos. We talked about that. It's kind of funny to think about that.
It is really
3 years later, and it's no one's like.
Yeah, I know.
But he commented on that video, and then I just sent him a message right after that. Said, "Why don't you come on the show? We got like 23 subs. Why not come on?"
And he did.
He did.
He did. Yeah.
And he did. Yeah.
I don't know why he did. My favorite part about that was when he put the keyboard.
Oh, the keyboard component.
Yeah, the component on his.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was going to call that the Amico Light.
Because I think back in our relationship, and how Jeff still, I mean, it's not like Jeff is like, hey, but when we first met, Jeff was really quiet. So when he told me, but we've been through a lot. One of the stories that we'll talk about on when I'm back this summer with Hammerway is we're going to be talking more in depth about our friendship through the knack and our crazy road trip to Chicago in 2000. So
that was awesome and terrifying all at the same time.
All at the same time. In many different points for me. And in different ways. But it was strange. But anyway, but that's what got me, was when Jeff's like, oh, I'd like to have him on the show. And then he was making the motions to make, and then boom, he told me we're going to have him. I'm like, dude, good on you. I'm like, and
then he was on again like a month later. Remember he asked for my mom, Junebug, to be on, and she was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really, I mean, that's really cool. And all of these times, I think it's been great every time we've had the premium edition games guys on. I mean, that's I like that one because we've been with them as they've been building.
Yeah,
they've been on the show, and we've been what I hope a good premiere place for them to come. And some days I want to get hung up on we don't have thousands of subs yet, but I'm like, we're still doing great things here.
Because really early on, like within the first 10 episodes, we had Nintendo Kid on, who's got a really good channel.
Yep.
And we actually did a Saturday show for him because
that's right. Because he was
in the Netherlands, or I'm not 100% sure, but
no, that's right.
Yeah. So we did a Saturday show, which is kind of weird. It was a Saturday afternoon show of all things. Like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. I'm not sure anybody was watching, but we did it.
Yeah, but it's in the archives, right? That's the beauty of it.
It's still there.
You just, you do it when you do it. And I've had to do those, I got to do those sometimes with the Hammerway thing, with Toby. I'm like, he's like, can you do it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon is your time? And, I'm like, it's a little early, but that's okay.
But it'll be in the archives. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Because it's important. It's important for me to talk to these people for their things to be heard. I'm also trying to remember, what's the gentleman's name who wrote the book with the shmups?
Oh, Dace.
Yeah.
Dace. Yeah, I remember
from Shmuptopia. His channel's doing great.
Yeah. So it's great having him on, and we both own his book, and he has a second book that came out. You have that, I think, right?
I'm not sure it ever came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have like a PDF of a first draft or something, but I'm not sure if the book ever came out. I'll have to double check that. And then he gave his book away on a show, and Mike Mullis won it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Nice.
A drunk stream once. I didn't even see that you'd written that. Once.
Hey, Anthem's here.
Thanks.
Hey, Anthem. That's been you in a long time.
Thumbs up to Anthem right there. Good fellow, right?
Yeah, he is a good guy.
He's a good man.
Yes, he is.
Once.
I'll pipe in with my favorite moment, and it's just
he's drunk
really
again.
Huh?
Go ahead. He's drunk again. Go ahead.
Give me a minute.
And take two.
And I'm going to go right to all the different bracket shows that we do. I love the bracket shows. You know, they've been fantastic. The candy one was a blast. Okay, we had a lot of fun with that. But then we did the sitcoms one. Remember the TV shows? We were going to do 4 different types of TV shows, or was it themes?
Themes.
We did themes and we did sitcoms.
We haven't done the shows yet.
That we were going to do different kinds of.
Right.
And I loved all those, and it's like I'd like to do more of them. Although it's probably the best thing is to not overdo them.
Right.
But when we do one,
Yeah.
we really look forward to it and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we need to plan one. To tell you the truth,
We're due for one soon. I was thinking would be a good one too is sitcom characters.
yeah,
that would be
Yeah.
great.
That could be fun.
Kramer.
versus Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
Mr. Roper versus Mr. Furley.
Oh,
Yeah.
right there. They better not be on the same side of the bracket.
Oh man.
Don't even tell me that's going to happen.
No, I agree with Papa Pete. Those were fun, and then also the movie nights, the different themes.
That's what the clip I showed after Pete's clip. That was from a movie night, summer movies.
Oh,
yeah.
right on.
Mhm.
Yeah, quarterly sounds like it'd be so we could have.
I agree, PJ.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be
I do
fun.
too. Plus, it allows everybody to be, to kind of not feel like, oh, good God, I got to come up with another list.
Yeah.
So soon, I mean, it allows you folks who are, the millions of people watching that, we respect your time too, and we'd like you to join in, as much as possible, and not bog you down with another list.
No, plus those bracket shows have evolved. I mean, back in the day, Stu had a whiteboard, and he.
I know, right?
Now we got the poll going.
Now you got the
Makes it
poll.
much easier, and then we got to
Right.
Yeah.
set up a timer.
Trying to count the votes in the
Yeah.
chat. Like,
So
that
I
just
used
didn't
to have
work.
a whiteboard, and now Jeff works the poll. So,
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello.
So this was interesting because this actually happened live on
Mm.
DJC channel.
Yes, it did.
On Astro Smash, and then I did a video of it, and some people got angry about that.
One of our all-time favorite moments, though, in a show, I think for all of us, was when Lance pointed out how to get to Jeff's Speed Racer keychain.
I forgot about that.
It's in the neck.
Oh, that was a classic video. The whole I was trying to do something with it, and the whole head like popped off. Oh no, all the DVDs came
The DVDs
flying out.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that video. I don't remember at all what you're talking about, Jeff.
Oops.
That's a Speed Racer head.
Yeah,
right in
well, it
front
was
of you.
like a week later, Lance. You told me that
Yeah.
the keychain is in his neck.
It's
Like,
in the
oh,
neck.
okay. Yeah, because I was complaining. He's like, hey, I didn't get a keychain.
Yeah, it was gypped.
I mean,
Forget
you
the
have to
videos,
know.
the DVDs in there, the dang keychain.
You have to know that showed up in a meeting sometime, right? So where's this keychain going to be? It's going to be in the neck. It's really cool. It all stays together. It's all right there. Nice and neat. Do you think they're going to check in the neck? I'm sure they are. It's going to be in the instructions. Really? Well, all right. Let's hope they read them.
Fastback's here. Jeff
Hey,
Davis.
pass back, Jeff Davis.
All right.
Put out
So
a video ahead of time and show them that it's in the neck.
Born distract answer for a poll. Let's do 4 bracket show possibilities. So I've got sitcom characters.
Yeah.
What else would you want to put on here?
Well,
Cartoon.
yeah, cartoons. Definitely
Game shows?
cartoons.
Oh, Lance, I love it.
Cartoons, like what do you mean? Just actual like actual shows like
DVD
Phineas and
versus the
Ferb?
Simpsons type thing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So now wait a minute.
So would Bugs
From
Bunny
like
not be in there?
Like the 90s and earlier. I mean, how are we
Well,
gonna-
I mean, you have to think about it. I mean, I don't want to think too hard about it, but I mean, because we did decide one of the last times we decided that just lumping everything together and having things go up against each other, which were not compatible, was not so bad after all. But I mean,
It's hilarious.
you have animated series or you have like cartoons, like
Well, they call it animated. Well, animated.
like The
series.
Simpsons is like an animated series because it was out in the evening for prime time.
So what is Space Ghost?
Space Ghost, the original, that's a Saturday morning cartoon. But Johnny Quest is not a Saturday morning cartoon. It was originally released on Friday nights during prime time.
So you could have something like Fat Albert versus SpongeBob. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're going for?
Yes. Yeah.
But those will both be cartoons.
Correct. Because they're made more for a family style.
So no Simpsons or Futurama?
Adult-oriented cartoon series such as Family
Archer.
Guy, Archer, Simpsons, Stripperella,
Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
Bob's Burgers, yeah.
Yeah.
So it excludes those. If we get cartoons. So
Yeah,
but Scooby-Doo Saturday morning cartoons would be included.
Yeah.
The only problem is when we do these brackets, if you have a subject like that has rules to it.
Yeah.
Because people don't like rules.
And that's you know, and that's where it again is that's up. That's where the debate ends. If it's like no rules, okay, then screw it. You just do whatever the hell you want. If it's animated,
cartoons from the 60s to 80s.
I like it.
That's and that's a classic period where you had real cartoon shows like the Jetsons and Scooby-Doo and Speed Buggy, Captain Caveman,
Captain Planet.
There you go. Flintstones even is
Was
a
that the
prime
90s?
show, right?
Voltron.
Yeah.
But I would consider it.
Robotech,
Yeah, go
that
60s
kind
to
of
80s. That's perfect. I think that's the way to do it. All right, so that was just one of the possibilities.
Like Laugh Olympics. Oh.
Wacky Racers. Like that.
Wacky Racers is so good.
So we need one more, right? Lance said game shows.
One
We got
more.
the cartoons, 60s to 80s cartoons.
Well,
We got
I mean, do you
characters?
Is it okay if we? Well, okay. So wait, 60s, 80s cartoons.
Yeah.
Sitcom characters.
Yeah.
And what was the last one we just said?
Game shows.
Game shows.
Game shows. I was almost going to deep dive into that one a little further and do game show hosts.
I don't think you got.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
I like
32
shows to
Yeah, I
start.
like
That would be my
32.
choice.
How about hit movie songs?
Yep, that's a good one too.
I don't know.
That could work. That could work.
I was just talking about them the other day about how they started. You know, you've always had them. They've always been there. There's been hit songs from movies for decades, but
So,
you know,
does the song have to come from the movie, or does the song just have to be in the movie?
I'd say the song in the movie, because the song being in the movie brings it to a lot of people. You know, like Mrs. Robinson.
If it's in the soundtrack, it's good to go.
Right. If it's in the soundtrack, right.
Mrs. Robinson is a great example. Yeah.
Yeah. And dear God, I mean, here I sit here and I bitch and moan. I mean, I would assume that's what you guys take it as, me bitching and moaning. So I don't say that I bitch and moan, but I'm thinking that's probably what you think it is. Because it is. And I bitch and moan about movies and the things that they do. I mean, I bitched and moaned about them using the Immigrant Song twice in Ragnarok, which was terrible. But I mean, wow, watch The Graduate again. I mean, it's like, it's not just in the soundtrack, it is the soundtrack. I mean, every second they got that little riff going from Mrs. Robinson. I'm like, oh my God, are you done using the song yet or what?
All right. So, favorite song from a movie soundtrack.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Yeah, I was just talking to my buddy about it the other day. No bitching and moaning.
There you go. The poll is open.
There, poll is up.
Now I'm bitching and moaning about your sign.
Hey, Obsidian, welcome.
What's up?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Saboteur. Dude, I can't even believe Saboteur just did that. I can't believe it. I just talked about that song and played that song yesterday while we were working on the floor. It is an amazing song. If you have not heard that song by Wang Chung, if all you're familiar with is Everybody Wang Chung Tonight, what in the it's not pissing and moaning and bitching.
No. Everybody have fun tonight.
I am thanking Saboteur.
Hey guys, you remember the episode of Cheers where Frasier was giving somebody advice and he's quoting the Wang Chung, everybody have fun tonight. Everybody.
That was his bachelor party.
Oh, is that what it was?
Okay. He came in and he said that he was listening to the radio on the way over. He turned on a rock and roll channel.
You know, I didn't, and I never realized. Now, I'll get this little bit and put it in, but I never realized at the end of that song, "Everybody Wang Chung Tonight," that there's a guy going, "What is Wang Chung?" I never caught that in the hit song that there's a guy asking that question. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Have you guys seen To Live? Well, Jeff excluded. Nope. Have you guys seen? No,
really? Way back when it was.
Yes,
maybe a year after it was new.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even remember it. I think I've seen it, but I don't even remember.
Was that William Peterson? I'm trying to think.
Yes, and Willem Dafoe is in that.
Stud Cantrell was in that.
Yeah, he's the counterfeiter.
Stud Cantrell.
Yeah, and it doesn't end.
And Pico Stogies.
It doesn't end the way you think it would. That's what was so good about that movie. It has a real twist in it that you're like, whoa, you did what?
So, did the movie come out after Dance Hall Days by Wang Chung?
Yes. Actually, it was very close because that kind of came out in like 85 and To Live and Die in LA came out in 86.
But it's not in the movie.
It is not in the movie.
Strike one.
Strike one.
Look, we really want you to do this soundtrack. However, we're not
greatest car chase. For I remember, it was good, but it's not a Bullet or French Connection.
Oh, French
Blues
Connection,
Brothers.
Dude.
Blues Brothers. I'm sorry.
Blues Brothers. Wow, it looks like we got the makings of another bracket. Greatest car chase.
Best car chase in a movie. Oh, you know what would be a good? I thought about this a while back and I forgot about it for this poll. I thought it'd be good to have favorite album. I'm sorry, favorite debut album.
Oh,
so only the first album of a group or a person counts, but your favorite one. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Well, is there any rules to that? Because you could have take a guy like Sting who was successful with the Police.
No, there's
a solo album.
So he could have his first solo album. You could also have the first Police album.
Okay, right. So he would be like, okay,
that would be great. That'd be I love that. Okay, I know what's high on Jeff's list.
Yes.
Would it be number one though?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to do a bracket show on it and find out.
Okay. I mean that would be my question is if you would put you know how we put them on our list and then we rank them on our own list.
Yeah.
I'd be eager to know if that hits your top.
Yeah, but then it'd have to have enough votes to get in. Because it could be
it would because I would put it on mine as well.
I get it, but if you have, let's say, 40 people giving lists.
Well, yeah. Thanks a lot, Lance.
I mean, mathematically is all I'm saying.
Are you telling me it might end up like the Lion Bar?
Yeah. Now, on the early bracket shows, if you put something like number 1, 2, 3, you had a very good chance of that getting in all by itself.
Yeah.
But like the last one we did, nope. Because we had so many people. We had what do we have?
12, 14?
Yeah, I think it was double digits. So you couldn't, if you're number, because there was plenty of number one stuff from people that just didn't make it in because no one else happened to have it on their list.
Like the Lion Bar?
Exactly.
What you want me to change your name to Kylo Ren? Is that what you want?
You know what we could do as well as I have to bring it up now is the poll's out there now, so it doesn't matter. But
sorry, Jeff.
Favorite wrestlers, although probably Jeff and I like that. Well, Lance loves wrestling. You love wrestling too, you do. And I had to bring it up, guys, just with that.
Oh yeah, Iron Sheik. That's why I was forgetting.
Very briefly.
Zoom it. Cheat me. Zoom
rest
it.
in peace.
Yep.
Iron Sheik passed away today.
Is that right?
I think that the moment when Hulk Hogan got out of the camel clutch and ended up beating Iron Sheik for his first heavyweight championship in WWF, I think that was a huge moment in wrestling because that pretty much was what sent Hulk Hogan flying. And so,
absolutely,
and it changed wrestling because Sheik beat
Bob Backlund,
and that was different wrestling back then.
Yeah,
Backlund held it forever too.
Backlund had it for 6 years.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I was growing up, Bob Backlund was a champ, so that would have been until 83, 77. So I basically remember watching wrestling. It was Bob Backlund as a young kid. We get it on the local CBS channel, and it was a WWF Vincent J. McMahon before Vincent K. took over, and it was really something else. But the Sheik was such a friggin' character. Oh my God, he was hilarious to listen to. And,
I don't even know what was real about him or what wasn't. Like the whole thing calling Mean Gene mean. Did he do that on purpose, or was that just
half and half? Eh?
He probably just rolled with it.
Yeah. Do you think that's part of like a culture thing with English and stuff like that? You just say things.
Maybe, but he probably did the first time he did it. He got a reaction, so that's always that way.
That's what I mean. You know, you do it, and then people are like, "Whoa," and you're like, "Yo, I'm doing that again."
Gene Mean. Oh yeah, he was fantastic though. I mean,
I love when he was with who was the Volkov?
Nikolai Volkov.
Nikolai Volkov.
That's a great guy, eh?
What a great combination. I just watched the Hall of Fame induction of both those guys. They were in the same year.
Oh, really?
If anyone has, you might be able to find, you can find it on YouTube, but check out the Iron Sheik's Hall of Fame induction speech. It is hilarious.
Oh, I gotta check.
One of the best ones I've ever seen. The guy was amazing.
I
gotta check that out.
I just always remember WrestleMania 17. They had that gimmick battle royal.
Yeah.
And they announced all these guys and there's all these old fellas, and everybody just loved it. Houston Astrodome, massive stadium, right? It's got a 15-mile walk to the ring. And coming in next is the Iron Sheik. He goes out and he's just waddling down the ring, right? And they're announcing everybody else. They're all coming out. Iron Sheik's just a waddling down this. One of the first ones announced. He waddles down towards the ring. Everybody else is announced, and everybody else is passing the Sheik getting down to the ring. So they all get down to the ring. They freaking ring the bell, and the Sheik's still about halfway down now. Just waddling down. Well, they start tossing each other at left and right. You know, they're all throwing each other out. Finally, the Sheik gets down to the ring, jumps up in. There's one fella left, grabs him, tosses him out. Sheik wins.
That's great strategy.
Awesome. It was
you can't lose if you're not in the ring.
That's fantastic.
I mean, he was what? Well, okay, no, he was in his 60s then, or late 50s. But oh my God, the classic days, and then his shows, him on different shows. This actually was, and I can't even tell you now how I did it, but I signed up for something where this movie had been. It was like a Kickstarter before, but it wasn't actually a Kickstarter.
You sure it wasn't Columbia House, Pete?
It wasn't Columbia House.
Damn,
no,
I on that
paid
one.
like $50 or $60, and I know that it was at least 3 years before I got this, and I saw it somewhere else, like it's on Tubi or something now. But I finally got this. They made the movie. They all crowdfunded it, and I mean, I haven't even opened my DVD, and I've seen it.
I think it's free on YouTube.
Pictures, stuff like that with it. Stuff I got, like the picture that you see on the back. I posted on my Facebook today. Is that actual picture, but I got an 8x10 of it autographed as well.
Wow.
As part of that. But it's kind of neat. And I wish I could remember some more details on that. But that was the very first Kickstarter thing that I got involved with. They wanted to make a movie about the Iron Sheik, and it was really good. It's a really good movie. If you get the chance to see it, guys, I really highly recommend it.
I'm pretty sure that's on YouTube.
Is it really?
There you go. It's like a free documentary on there, because I think that's where I watched it.
Okay. And that might be where I did, but
How many documentaries do they have on Andre the Giant?
There are several.
I think 2 or 3.
I was just
saw the HBO one. Yeah.
I'm getting ready to record a bunch of books. I want to read a lot of books that I've gotten and things. I'm going to be recording those. And so then last night I sat down. I was just down here because again, I'm moving things around. So I took all my video games off of the shelf. So imagine that section behind you. You just move it all to some place smart, which was my bet. So that wasn't smart, because then I got to sleep in it when I'm completely tired. And by the time you get to the bed, you're like, I just want to fall down and sleep with my video games. But I moved them all. And as I'm sitting on the floor, disgusted with the time, I looked at Princess Bride. I have that book, and I started reading the intro, and it was talking a lot about how it was for this author to sit down with Andre the Giant and hang out, and he would tell them lines from the show. Here's how I'm doing this, and he said it was just really neat. And how during the day he'd just have people from the crew. Their kids would be there, and he'd just have kids climbing all over him. And
it's a tree.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So he said that's how he remembers him is great memories like that.
Yeah, Lance brings a point. Let's if you can vote on the poll, because we got 11 votes, but we got 19 people in here, which means we should have about 30 votes at this point. JWD posted it, or he posted this earlier, and I put it up. I didn't talk about this. Hoppy Hop comes out from Flynn's Arcade in less than 2 weeks. It's like Qbert. Well, Flynn's Arcade is pumping out these. Well, they're not doing it; they're the publisher, but still, they're dealing with people who are pumping out these old retro games, like new versions of with a twist.
Wow. Okay.
So we've got we had basically like a Donkey Kong Burger Time type game. Murtop was basically Dig Dug. And now Hoppy Hop, like Qbert. All right.
Mystic Seer voted.
Pete needs some more.
Oh, Pete, you need 8% more.
Wait, sure. Can you do that same expression and angle?
Is it this way? Well,
Yeah.
it is this way.
This is like the logo all over again.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to our 3rd year anniversary and Match Your Face night.
We'll see on the poll 60 through 80 cartoon shows at 50%, sitcom characters 29.
Oh wow,
game shows 14.
Game shows are making a little comeback here. They were at 0 this whole time.
Yeah, it's their favorite song at 7 from movie
Wow.
soundtrack.
Kurt Bradshaw said a bracket show about best inventions ever, and it's so funny. You got all these great inventions. First thing I thought of was a DVR. That's awesome.
All I want to know is where's Pete getting that picture of me? What do we have? What is it?
South Island.
Oh,
Trailway. It is a Nelson Silva DDH IPA. Strong beer, 6%.
You're up to 14%, Pete.
He needed to slow it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, Salvatore's got that Ted McGinley effect going. His vote rarely win.
Did you see the show the other night? Salvatore voted. I'm done. They jumped the shark. No, Salvatore. That's not how it works.
Ted McGinley still hasn't contacted me.
What is the deal with that?
Did a whole show on him. That was a very nice show. It was very complimentary towards him too.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly was. Oh, speaking of something like that, which I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up, but is Blake still here? I wonder. Blake, are you still here? Are you still here?
JWD's updated his avatar. Look.
Yeah.
The ship with the camera clutch on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, true. We did talk about rock and roll
awesome.
wrestling, right?
I'm sorry, but I just want to know why the Iron Sheik doesn't have a GoGameGo logo on his shoulder there. That'd be perfect. I was like,
maybe a tattoo on his
Hogan have one on his headband.
Yeah, he could have one on his chest, on his pec right there.
No, on the elf boots. You got to have it on the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shoes.
The Cheeks boots were classic, weren't they? Those are awesome.
Those are weapons
of mass.
And you guys are right. That win catapulted Hulk Hogan. Because I'd say at the time, I would argue that Jimmy Snuka was the #1 babyface.
Yeah, it was just perfect because you got the Sheik who I ran #1 America. He'd always spit.
Yeah.
Yes. Blake, I did.
Hey, Big Blah's here. He's just stopping in real quick. He said he prefers Big Blah over Big Block. So.
Oh, really? Big Blah.
Right, Big Blah. Red Bull Big Blah.
Or should we do it like they do in the Netherlands? Big Bach.
Was that like your Bach?
Bach. Oh, hey, Pete. Oh, hold on, Pete. I got something to say about you in just a second.
Oh,
and it doesn't have bad words in it. So yes, Blake, I did call your name because I was talking to whom yesterday on the phone?
Scallywag.
No, I wasn't talking to Scallywag. But hi, Scallywag. I was talking to Chip Chip Zanoff yesterday. So said he's coming to town sometime soon. So I told him that so he may be one of my first guests when I'm coming back. Talked with Chip and I talked with Richie Rano from Stars. If you haven't checked out Stars, check out their 4 classic records. If you're a rock and roller and you've never heard Stars, you're missing out, because all 4 records, and here they are: Stars, Violation, Attention Shoppers, and Coliseum Rock. If you haven't checked out those 4 albums, check them out, because there's not a clunker in the bunch. Everyone is great. So anyway, so Blake, yeah. So I told him that you were a big fan and that you would love to talk to him. So, oh, go
ahead.
I got done with my evening yesterday, right? I got done with my day. I was wiped the shit out, right? There you go. Counter number 1. So I'm sitting down, and so Pete, imagine me on the couch, you sitting right next to me, but you look like a pile of laundry. And we sat and we watched the first
Rise of Skywalker.
The first episode of MASH. No, something good.
Oh,
pilot.
Good.
I didn't say I was sitting next to an asshole pile of laundry. I said I'm sitting next to you, but you look like a pile of laundry. And look, I don't subject people to shit when they're in my house. So why would I watch? But MASH episode 1, such a great episode. So many great one-liners that are so well delivered. You know, that was a show in those days. That was a show where every one of those stingers were shot out, were so well delivered that it wasn't like they were reading a funny line. Oh, well, I'm supposed to say this to you right now. It was like, boom, and you're like, shit. You know, you're like, that's the way to deliver a line. I mean, there was just so many good witty lines in that show.
Oh, yeah. And
just episode 1.
Name 2 characters or 2 actors, actor names, who were both in the movie MASH and the pilot episode of MASH.
I don't know all their names.
Everybody? Is that for everybody or just
sure?
Spear Tucker Jones.
Tim Brown, no.
What about
I thought you said character. Are you talking about actor?
What about Mulcahy?
Well, yeah, no, but the characters were, there's a lot of characters, but actors.
What about the actor that played Mulcahy?
That was George Martin.
Radar was on both, right?
Radar was on both. Yeah.
There's one.
Okay,
so
Radar.
That's Gary Berghoff. But
I'm trying.
The question is to get the
general
other one guy.
The general.
Scallyway got Gary Berghoff too.
No, the general
the question
guy.
is to get the second one.
Shit, the guy who was the coach of the opposing football team in the movie, but
bingo.
I can't think
I'll
of his
give
name.
you that.
And he was the general that came in that worked
He was
with
the general.
Hot Lips.
Gene Wood.
Okay.
Gene Wood, right?
Because the only 2, but Gene Wood was in a couple different episodes. But
and what was interesting about Gene Wood in that first episode is that he was highlighted twice at the end of the show. So like when they have the speaker going,
yeah,
they say Gene Wood as, you know, the general or whatever. But then when they were running the credits, they gave him a credit there too.
Gave a credit, another credit, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, they already said him, but okay, wow. So that's interesting that you mentioned that, Lance, and that's correct, because now I know why you got double, you know, thanks.
Well, in MASH, and I ran a long time, was there ever a chance where they brought the same actor back for 2 different roles? Like,
oh yeah,
like Harry Morgan played the crazy,
like
general. Then he came back as, how do you say it? Sherman
Potter.
Stuart Margolin played. Stuart Margolin played the plastic surgeon. Who come in was a friend of Hawkeye's that was working on the guy's nose.
Yep. Yeah.
That they was after the Barracuda, which was okay. And then later on, he was a different role where he was a friend who was a doctor friend of Margaret Houlihan, totally different character. So Stuart Margolin couldn't have played that. Then also there's going to be more examples on this too. Then you have that fella who played Benjamin Pierce, the other Benjamin Pierce, who committed monotone with the letters.
Okay.
But earlier on in the show, or later, I don't even know if it's earlier or later, he was the friend of Hawkeye's who came in to do the crossword puzzle. He called him in the Navy.
That was the emergency.
And he couldn't get hold of him, so he came. And then that goes to another character, which was the admiral who came with him, was also in another episode where he came in and he got injured. And then that was one with Radar was there, and he got stung by the bee, and he broke his wrist. And so that guy played a general and an admiral in the show too. So there's several different and there's more than that, I'm sure, too. Instances where the same actor was on that show and played different roles at different times.
And to that, I say, welcome to the Love Boat.
That is awesome.
There you go.
The 407 7th Love Boat.
JWD's watching Dennis the Menace. Is that the old one from with Jay North as Dennis?
Yeah, I'm sure that is.
Wow.
Those are kind of fun.
Oh, here you go.
Jay North. Sorry.
He died like as a teenager, didn't he? In a car crash?
Oh.
I think he had a short life. Let me see. Poor Jay North.
Man. Wallpaper with Chip flicking his middle finger. Well, there you go. You have a wallpaper? Is that what you call posters?
Oh.
I feel like
Jay North is 71. I thought he died early.
Oh, wow. Don't call him about that. Or no, call him and go, dude, so happy to hear you're still with us at 71. Thought you died as a teenager.
Cheers, Lance.
I was wrong. Jay North did not have a short life. He's doing just fine.
Grape knee-high. Do they even make those? Or is that like a vintage soda place? You'd have to go find one of those.
Yeah, I wonder. They don't make knee-high anymore, do they? NEHI?
I think, like Lance said, I think it's specialty shops. You might be able to get it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was just talking about because they had orange knee-high, right? And strawberry?
I remember orange.
Yeah. Now I want an orange soda. Do you know how hard it is in this town to get mellow yellow? It's like trying to find all-dressed chips.
Call me mellow yellow. Go to the dollar store here. They have good ones. They sat over my shoulder for about a year and a half before I ate them. They were only a little stale.
Just a little.
Hold it.
Store all-dressed chips.
My beer's still good, but I do have to. It's really hard to get all-dressed chips here too. So I'll be
really.
I'll be gone for just a moment here.
Just one moment. I thought I was flipping everybody off right there for a second. I'm like, he's going to have that one.
StashNet wants to know if I'm going to show a funny clip from a show you mentioned last week. I don't even remember even saying that, StashNet. What? Do you remember what I said? I got to start listening to myself.
I was going to say, does some of your conversations with your wife sound like this? I don't even know what I said.
See, cartoon shows at 47%, sitcoms at 29%.
Dollar Tree these days.
Game shows and movie soundtracks at 12%.
We got 17 votes. Let's see if we can get to 20.
Mellow Yellow at Dollar Tree? Are you kidding me?
Interesting.
I know. Is that like a bottle of it or something, I guess, maybe, in their cooler that they have in their right by the checkout or something? Did I go to a Dollar Tree? I went to a Dollar Tree that had a self-checkout.
Are getting a Doritos sausage roll flavor. Whew.
I can't even imagine that's good for you at all.
You know what the show needs? Strippers.
Well, duh.
Well, what happened was Papa Pete took his break.
On.
He's got that. He's got that famous halftime show.
Yes.
Better than the Super Bowl halftime show. I'll say that forever.
Pete forgot he didn't put his pasties on earlier. That's where he is right now.
He comes back with no shirt.
And pasties.
I'm going to have to take him off the stream. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Trailer Park Boys. What is dressed
dressed all over.
Nice. Some days you just have to be.
StashNet, I'm not sure what I was referring to then because I don't remember it at all, to be honest. But I did show a clip that was pretty funny and involved Pete. But I don't think that's what I was talking about. But yeah, it was at the very beginning. We can play it at the end as we go out.
I think it's funny that you're talking about all dressed, and here this comes up that Papa Pete has the best strippers in town. Well, of course, I guess they are all dressed before. If they're strippers, they got to be dressed before.
Hubba Bubba Bubblegum had their own soda.
And no thank you.
I wonder if there's any sugar in that.
A little, maybe. Yeah. And do they have a diet version? Ooh, best stripper music bracket. You know, Girls, Girls, Girls is on that list.
Pour some sugar on me.
I'll tell you what's not on that list. I'm a creep.
Yeah, StashNet. At the end, I'll show Pete's video, and then I'll show the clip from an old show.
Those are classic.
As we go out. Those are both great.
Yeah, we like to throw those on there for anybody who missed the very beginning. Although we don't know
just
how you missed the very beginning, but
as Jeff said, you got to watch JD in the second clip.
Yes, watch JD because it just watch him and pretend like he doesn't know his camera's on. It'll be even funnier.
I just get such a kick that you mentioned that because that's all I could think of while I was watching that replay. I'm like, what's up with JD? Doesn't even seem to care what's going on right now.
Yeah, just totally stone-faced.
He didn't think you were funny at all, Pete.
Oh, it was hilarious.
I can't even believe he thinks this is funny. Oh, my God.
I think he said, what an asshole.
Pete, what was the first show you were on GoGameGo? I don't even remember. I'm trying to think what would have been. It must have been some kind of a theme, right?
Well, that must have been a movie show. I think it was one of the movie shows that I come on. Like James Bond movie show or one like that.
I think we may have had you on. Yeah, and then Lance hauled up close behind there.
And then
Thanks, Saboteur.
It was always Bar and I on the movie shows.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I like this one. I love when I also love when our guests are having conversations in here too. Stash, are you going to any concerts? Somebody asked a long time ago if I was going to any shows this summer. I don't have any shows that I'm going to this summer. I think you all should come and see my band this summer. I'm actually playing tomorrow night. If you want to make the road trip or catch a plane and fly over here, sometimes those last minute cheap deals are out there. So you can come and see me. It's at the Fenton Bar and Grill. In fact, Kurt, if you're not busy tomorrow, Jeff, if you're not busy tomorrow, you come down and see me there. I'm 6 to 9 and they have great trashed wings.
Lance and I'll be over, but we're going to crash on your floor right there.
That'd be more than fine if you can find a spot.
On the new floor? What are we talking about?
Yeah, you want to sleep on the new floor? Yeah.
On the new floor. There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at this thing.
I can get you the air mattress set up, or you can just sleep on the mattress on the floor.
For the Rise of Skywalker marathon?
Oh!
Saturday, 8 a.m. We're going to get up. We're going to put on friggin' Phantom Menace.
Yes.
And we're going to watch all 9 movies.
Oh, my God. You know how it's going to end, right?
No, make it 11 movies.
Oh,
Rogue One and Solo in there, too.
It's like Manos Hands of Fate. It'll be like
that. We're going to have Stewart in there with like right out of Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. So I want to know who's going to be dropping my eyes. Who's going to be putting the drops in my eyes? You or Lance?
I will. It'll be me. It'll be tequila.
Oh, damn. Oh, you want a little more tequila? No. Oh, that hurt. Are they dried up yet? I don't know why I went from one to French. I don't get why did I do that? The French more nasty or something?
The French don't talk about tequila that much, eh? Et talk-moi about les vins rosés et les choses comme ça. Pourquoi pas?
If you were French, you'd have to start dropping wine in my eyes. Yes.
That's right. But, you know, we really don't need to do that because you provide enough wine on your own.
Huh? Huh?
Oh.
Huh? You know where I learned it? Kylo Ren. Because I love Kylo Ren. Yes. Oh, yes, I'm going. Wish you could do more. Yeah, we'll work on that. Wow, it's growing. I'm getting. I can't even. You know, there goes my joke. Bye, joke. I'll see you later. Come back when you can be funny. My joke's like, piss off. I'll come back when you're ready to say it right. Jeez, can't even tell a joke. What show is 624?
Trailer Park Boys have really good chips.
Of course they do. They're Canadian.
All lovers.
Tom Kiefer, Winger, and John Karabi. I have spoken to all of them.
Oh, we're talking about bands. I'm
Three people who have not been in my kitchen.
Actually, Tom Kiefer was vocally in my parents' kitchen.
In all seriousness, I am going to a concert this summer, and I'm going to read you the bands that are going to be there, and I'm going to see if you know any of them, okay? And not being a smart, this is not me being a smart ass. And
I was going to say, you're not going to say Rise of Skywalker.
I have to find it first. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say.
I don't think I'm going to know any of them, Pete, because out of this group, I've only heard of Winger.
Tom Kiefer.
Winger. I've only heard of Winger.
He's the
and
lead.
That's John Winger from Stripes, right?
Huh?
Stripes, yep.
Tom Kiefer is the lead vocalist for Cinderella. Lead vocalist, guitar player, writer for Cinderella. And John Karabi was in a great band called
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
Huh?
It's at 14% that's starting to take over right now.
Oh, wow. One beer.
He sang for Cinderella, and the only song that I can remember from Cinderella was Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you.
Pete's rolling. Just let him go. Like that scene in Animal House, like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. He's rolling.
Right? Yeah. So anyway, Tom Kiefer is a lead singer and guitar player for Cinderella. John Karabi was in a great band called The Scream, did some great music, but he's the guy that took over for Vince Neil when he was out of Motley Crue, and they recorded an album together. And then he did a couple of albums with the Dead Daisies as well, more recently, but otherwise he's done solo stuff. But that first album by The Scream is amazing.
What town is this concert in? Is it near you?
Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
Halifax area, right? So it's Halifax Regional Municipality.
So anyway, who's at the show?
That's what I'm trying to find here. Still.
Well, what the hell, Pete? I don't think you know who's at the show. Well, you don't. That's why you got to look it up. Are you going to be a broken man on the Halifax Pier?
No, but oh my God, I love that song.
He is back with the Dead Daisies? Okay. You know, I took a little solace when I heard their live version of Rockin' in the Free World, because I have issues sometimes where I hear something in the music or whatever. Sometimes you just lose a lyric, and when you're out there just trying to keep it together and remember all the words. I think you're absolutely right, JW. That is a great thing to say. But I mean, every verse of that song, he's got something that he messes up in that live version. And again, I don't rip on him for that. I just think I take solace in the fact that he's up there doing that and he's still messing up there. And I'm like, no, that's normally anybody else wouldn't know. But I've done that song so many times that I'm like, oop, yeah, that's a little mess up there. Oop, that's a little mess up in that verse. Oop, there's a little mess up in that verse. So I just take solace. I'm not alone.
I want to know if you know any of these bands. Okay,
please go for it.
All right, this is a 3-day concert. Toronto, Prism,
yes.
Gowan, Lee Aaron,
yes,
Felix, Headpins, Kim Mitchell,
Yes.
Harlequin, Streetheart, Honeymoon Suite,
Yes.
and Tom Cochran.
Tom Cochran. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was the
Life
lead
is the
guy.
Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Tom
was-
Cochran, Red Rider.
Lunatic Fringe. Yeah.
So they're all Canadian bands, obviously, but
No Coney Hatch.
no.
Damn.
Toronto Prism, Gowan, Lee Aaron, Helix, Headpins, Kim Mitchell, who was awesome.
Kim Mitchell.
Harlequin, Streetheart. I don't know Streetheart. Honeymoon Suite, and Tom Cochran.
You know, when you say Streetheart, it seems to me I know of them.
Well, I do too, but I can't think of anything right off. But it's one of these things. There's so many of these bands I've gone to. Like I went and saw Glass Tiger and Corey Hart a couple years ago in 2019. And Corey Hart's first concert, he was off the concert scene for 20 some years.
Yeah.
First concert I ever went to when I was 16 years old was in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and it was Corey Hart. And I went to see him in 2019. It was his first tour since. It was amazing between Glass Tiger and Corey Hart. Like I knew every song and didn't know I did.
Right.
Hey, DJC. And
that's
the
like
way
some
it's
of the
gonna be
cool
with this.
songs. Well, like I played Glass Tiger's first big hit here in the States in '86, co-written and produced by Bryan Adams and Jim Vallance, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of their stuff though.
Well, it was amazing. They played for an hour, and it's like I know all these songs, and I thought I knew like one Glass Tiger song.
Well, that's like all the songs that came out by April Wine that there was lots of albums in Canada that we didn't know about here.
Yeah, April Wine April Wine have a lot of good music.
They do.
We used to run concerts like here in our local town for our senior hockey team, and April Wine was probably the biggest act. We had Trooper and April Wine. Trooper would be like Raise a Little Hell and the hand grenade. What's it called? Anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Some of them were great, and just April Wine was not a good experience.
Oh, really?
High five. No, because he was difficult to deal with, the lead singer.
Yeah, Miles
was great. Well, yeah, he was not. He was, and come right down to, and we come to find out afterwards that the setup outfits. Of course, you have to hire the groups to come in to set up all the equipment as well, right? And many would not work with him because he was so difficult. So it ended up being very costly.
Yeah, he's one of the only members that I didn't meet when they were here in town years ago. I worked at the Disney store and they were playing here. They did two shows in the same night.
All right.
And I was working, and then so I wasn't going to be there for even the beginning of the second show. So I didn't buy a ticket. So I went there and I'm trying to see if I can get backstage. I meet up with people and start conversations and all this stuff. So I walk around and I come through the lobby area because I was standing at the back door listening to the show through the door. Yep. So I go through. It was raining. I step out into the rain. I look down on the ground next to a trash can. There's 2 tickets laying on the floor on the ground, and I pick them up. And I think I read it right. I walk inside. I go, "These are good for now, right?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Go ahead." So I went on in and saw like the last 45 minutes of the show. And I had albums with me. And so I walked up to the hotel area, and Brian Greenway came through there, and Jerry Mercer came through there, and Steve, their bass player, who was their original bass player now back in the band, was there. And they all signed my records, and it was great. That was awesome.
Well, of all the musicians, the only one I know is Paul Dean, who was Dizzy Dean's brother. No-hitter.
I interviewed Paul Dean when he did his solo tour opening for Bad Company. He had an album called Hardcore. I still have my vinyl. And he was, like I say, he was on tour with Bad Company, and they played down at Kiel, at the Kiel Theater. What do they call that, Jeff? The Kiel
Opera House.
Opera House. Thank you. So I saw the Cars there as well. But
love the Cars.
Yeah, I saw them on their door-to-door tour. So, but yeah, Paul Dean, real nice guy. He had a guitar player there, Geraldo, who was in the interview as well. I'm hoping I can find that cassette somewhere. Is it ethical to multi-vote?
Sure it is.
So thank you for saying that about Street Heart and Paul Dean.
Yes,
was
really.
not aware of that.
Well,
I have a feeling I'm gonna know a bunch of their songs when they play, just because we hear about they were all big in the 80s and 90s, right? 70s, 80s, and 90s. So Gowan is like under friggin' Lawrence Gowan.
Yeah,
very underrated, talented singer.
You think? He's gotten a lot of Canadian. Your equivalent to our Grammys,
Junos.
Yeah, the Junos. I mean, he's gotten a lot of awards, right?
Yeah. He's highly thought of. I guess it's like I only know one or two of his songs type thing, but
yeah,
I've probably heard many more. I am not a person to remember,
right.
Song titles and such. That's Chrissy's thing. Chrissy and I, we're going to this. It's like, oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have a blast.
Chromeo. I'll have to check them out. Have you ever heard of Chromeo?
I have not heard of Chromeo. When I was reading that comment by StashNet, so she's down around Boston. So, but they could be anybody. They could be coming out of Montreal. Not extraordinarily well known yet. I don't know. I've never heard of them though.
Yeah, I'm very eager to check out Street Heart. Oh, by the way, I know I've mentioned it on this show before, but Star One has just put out their brand. They've put out a third record. I haven't looked at when it was released. I just bought it used today for a little over $10. But their first album, you remember me telling you about, Space Metal, dealt with Ari and Anthony Lucason's favorite science fiction galactic films. So Star Wars, Star Trek 4, and just one more sighting of Tug.
Tug has a new little chew, right?
It looks to me like a Fig Newton.
Well, Fig Newton, that sounds good right now.
It really does. I love Fig Newtons. They're expensive as shit though. But Space Metal was all that. His favorite galactic style films, Outland, Alien, anyway. Then the second one, The Victims of the Modern Age, I do believe is what it is, deals with escape from, they're all earthbound science fiction, Matrix, Escape from New York, and these kind of films. Now the new one that just came out, I just watched the video. It's called Revel in Time. And it all deals with kind of comedic, fun science fiction. Back to the Future, Bill and Ted. So that kind of stuff. So my son, I messaged them all today and I'm like, check this out. It's Bill and Ted. And I said, I don't know if you guys remember me saying anything. My son wrote back, of course we know about these guys. And then he wrote me back telling me how much he's liking the album. So put a little proud papa in me. First channel I watched was the Intellivision Dude. He would get games and open them on his channel. That was 2017.
Wow.
Okay. Amico started in OEB, and finally Papa Pete, DJC, and GoGameGo. Thank you for the stream. That's awesome.
Great on. That's awesome.
Nice.
So glad to be a part of that chain there.
I like this stash. Oh, Tug is so cute. Saboteur. Who is Tug?
On that note, I'm going to bring it up just real quick because we're not done for 15 minutes or so. And big change, though, since last year is we do all miss Perry very much.
Yes.
So just
Perry.
R.I.P. Perry.
Perry was on, she was on almost every show for the first couple of years.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Because my youngest son would bring him in and bring her in and kind of put her on screen.
Photo bomb. Perry bomb.
I thought we had a Perry shot.
Oh, Perry had a string of appearances.
Oh yeah. There is a GoGameGo short out there that features Perry.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's a really old short I did. It's hold on. I wonder if I can just play it here.
Well, and that's all you could do because she was very short. Of course, for now, Tug is very short. Is Tug what kind is Tug? Is Tug a Cocker Spaniel?
Let's see.
What's the official word on it?
He is I believe one parent was a Cocker Spaniel, the other was a Cavapoo, which is a Cavalier something, and a Poodle.
Okay.
And the Cavalier is also a Spaniel.
Sounds like the dad was kind of a Cavalier.
That's right.
Hello.
Where is the Perry short? How can it be this hard to find?
I just looked at that real quick. The shorts were dragged down to the bottom and didn't get it. Maybe it wasn't considered a short at the time.
I want to do a Ted Knight. Well, we're waiting.
Hey, where is that?
What the hell is that?
That's when you're waiting.
I just ran into that short not long ago. Where is it at? That's a terrible sound.
My soda fell asleep.
We're not getting out of here, man. We're not getting out of here.
I was like, I didn't hit that one. And then I see Pete hit a button.
Who, me?
Yes,
All right. I don't know why I can't find it on the computer, but
There's Perry.
Nice.
wearing her coat.
you. That was awesome.
Oh, Perry.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. Sometimes I wonder if our dogs should know when we get another dog. You know, do you know who came before you, who used to live here?
How did Tug get its name? I don't know. We're throwing a bunch of names out, and I don't know who said Tug, but it goes very well with the last name, so it's stuck.
It's like naming a band. They're not easy.
And
things to do.
there's so many, like, I was laughing. It's like it's going to take poor Tug a couple of years to learn his name because, you know, we call him everything but Tug. You know,
Don't ever call him.
Tugger,
Don't ever call him
Tuggy.
Butt Tug.
Tuggy Fresh,
Tug.
Tug Along Cassidy.
Oh, this is sound like, was that copy guy sketch, Rob Schneider?
Yeah.
Tuggerino, Tuggerama,
Barry Von Tug.
the Tugster.
That Saboteur, that's Stuart watching The Rise of Skywalker. That's what he plays in the background.
No,
Just don't get a second dog, Jeff, and name it Rub.
Oh,
One of my favorites, though, is Tig Tug.
Tig Tug.
Yes. See
How
my
about
two
Tug and
dogs?
Rug?
Aren't they beautiful? Rub and Tug.
Rub-a-dub Tug. Wow, there's a whole bunch. Spins. Hey, I didn't even see this one earlier. Gowan spins keyboards like a pro. Yeah, you should see the interview that I saw with Dennis DeYoung where he's talking about that. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it sounded a lot like Steelheart. That's my buddy Mealy. But yeah, he's like, oh, Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence. He's the best Lawrence Gowan. He doesn't have a lot of good to say about him. I think Lawrence has one thing I have that's not a big favorite thing of mine. And I had to fight from doing it myself is having that goat boy thing. Lawrence has quite the goat boy thing. Like, what's that other guy? That young, well, he's not so young anymore, but he was like, yeah, singer kind of Groban, Josh Groban. He's a goat boy. He's got that real heavy vibrato. Yeah. I mean, the one who did it the most and was so successful at it was Glenn Yarborough. You want to hear some goat boy stuff, but he made it work. Boy, did it ever work for him. I mean, everything he did was like that. It's crazy. Watch the Hobbit movie, the animated Hobbit movie. He's got his songs in there, and it's all like that. You're like, damn, dude, you made it work. I don't know how, but you made it work because it could be annoying as shit. Oop, there you go. Bing.
Oh boy.
Had a neighbor that had one dog named Dover, then got an. Wow, true. I don't make this shit up. And just like Jeff and I, we don't make up that shit either. We knew it. We did work with a guy named Dick Ramage.
Such a great name.
Hey, speaking of which, Kurt, thanks for reminding me. I was just telling my buddy, I've been playing a lot of songs that are on my song list for the band, and My Town came on by Michael Stanley, and I was like, that's on the list. Because that song means a lot, even though I'm not from here originally. This has really kind of become my town, because a lot of things in that song ring true, especially the line that it says, this town taught me that it's never too late. So starting to be a musician at 36 and then being able to go out and have fun and do these shows is really a dream I never had come true. I mean, it was a dream. I always wanted to be a performer, but never thought it was going to happen. Tugglebug. That is a good one. I like that one.
Tugglebug. That's a good one.
Because it rhymes with tug. It's tug and then bug. Tugglebug.
Also,
You're
Tugglebug.
performing right now in front of 20 people, Stu.
What?
You're performing right now in front of 20 people.
I am. This is all an act. Or is it? So. Jeff, do you like the new Street Fighter 6? JW wants to know.
Ooh, it's Bongo.
It's the other new furry.
Yes, I love Street Fighter 6. And if anyone's thinking of getting it, do it because it is really good.
There you go. Go Tug Go.
Go Tug Go. Well, Bongo and Tug are not friends yet. Hopefully they'll be friends soon.
Tug's going to grow a little bit first.
Yeah, there's been no hissing or anything, so that's pretty good.
So there's still peace in the valley. That's cool.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. You should make Tug appear in your amiibo showcases. There's a place. There's a place here for Tug. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Casey, what's going on?
Casey.
Thank God, you're almost too late.
Hey, Casey.
Saboteur, I'm playing on Xbox Series S, but it's cross-platform, so it works with Steam, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. So, oh wait, do you have it, Saboteur?
That's what it sounds like.
If you do, let me know because we need to play.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Speaking of Perry, before we go here, let's see here. I have this little cartoon dog I came up with a long time ago, right here. And when I first did it, he had a different tail. His dog's name was Tweener, different tail. And then several years ago, I redid it, made it a little more up to date. And this tail is Perry's tail.
Oh,
so Perry will live on through
nice tribute.
Tweener's tail. Yes,
nice,
very cool,
very nice.
Saboteur, you did it. We can play.
Slappy, thank you.
Slappy.
Good to see you,
I was
Slappy.
thinking about you the other day, Slappy. I hadn't seen you in a long time.
That is awesome. Wait, there's somebody I was thinking that hasn't been here in a while. I probably shouldn't say any more than that, or else I'll embarrass myself completely, as if I haven't done that already. Let's just move on to my story. So the cat gets in trouble, right? And then I have to put him in the basement. What does my dog do for the next 2 days? She goes to the bottom of the stairs and lays down by the door where he is behind the door on the other side. And she lays down there like in sympathy or in empathy of his situation. She's like, I'm here, man. I know he's a dick.
Oh, there. No Tug chewing on amiibo.
Yeah, no. No, not unless you find one you don't want, and then this one's okay, but not this one.
Oh, JWD asked about the Street Fighter. Do you have Street Fighter 6, JWD? I have no one on my friend list that plays it. Oh, I guess it's time to end the poll here.
And Saboteur, are you going to be playing Rocket League tonight?
So 60s, 70s, and 80s cartoon shows won very easily.
Okay.
So there you go. No date yet on when, but start coming up with your list. We'll give you a week or two to start thinking about it, and then we'll have another week or so where we have you send it in.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know, Casey's getting Street Fighter 6 very soon. Excellent.
Maybe what we ought to do is kind of figure out a cross pattern, because we haven't done a bracket show in a while. We haven't done a movie show in a while. So maybe we figure out what months we'll do whichever one, you know. We can figure that out too.
JWD, that Street Fighter collection, the 30th anniversary, is excellent. If you can get it for $10, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Wow. And has anybody else tried that? Has anybody else picked up the I haven't gotten on to check on the disc golf on the Switch yet.
No, not me.
Okay.
I don't know why Mr. Magoo, but there you go.
Is he saying we're a Magoo? Collectively, we're a Magoo.
Yeah. You're all Magoos.
Okay, I know you do, Saboteur. I saw your. I'm sorry I missed your invites. You sent me 2 invites the other day, and I missed them. But I did try them though. When I was on, you were in the main menu. Wow, scares me. I scare me.
Like really? Look like really?
Really? Do I scare you?
Is this the only channel that has a uniform?
I would think. Yeah. Wait till you see Pete in his pleated skirt too.
I've never seen
totally
this.
Uncoordinated too. We just all sort of showed up like this today, right?
I think we ought to add.
Lance even brought an extra in case he lost the first one.
I know. I love that.
No, I got too fat, so that's.
Oh man.
So that's decoration now.
Am I getting the sequel to 1-2 Switch? I didn't even get the first one, to be honest. I'll also see what the new one is like. 1-2 Switch Everybody, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I can't fathom that one. I mean, that was terrible to begin with, wasn't it?
I never played it. I mean, it didn't look great. The new one is at least it's $30 instead of $50. So that's a good starting point. I don't know if it had like online stuff where you could compete. That'd be fun.
I go on sometimes onto the Switch online store though and look at them and go, yeah, that doesn't look too bad, but I don't think it's really worth 17 cents.
Oh, ouch.
$30. No, I'm not getting.
Wow, you talk like I do when I'm talking about Rise of Skywalker. Wow.
You can use your cell phone and tablet. So if that's the case, I wonder how many people can play at once. What? It kind of sounds like the Amico, doesn't it? Use your cell phone and tablets and the Switch controller to play. Did you finish that one up, Pete?
No, yeah. I will at the end.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Strangestio.
Papa Pete, where do we reach you about a physical release on Switch? We have been working on a Switch project for like 2 years, have your NDID, and have our project running on hardware already. No porting or anything. It's native.
I have no idea.
Wait a minute. Is
Premium
this
games?
Wait a minute. I can't think how to pronounce the name, but
Strangestio.
Strangestio?
Yeah.
Strangestio.
Don't you make Playdate games? I think I've done a video or two of some of your games, right?
Oh, cool.
I think.
Where do we reach
really
out
familiar.
about a physical release? I would, if I was them, I would go to somebody like if they're independent indie game makers who have made digital games. Talk to somebody like Premium Games,
right?
Premium Edition, Jeff Wittenhagen or Barry Barry Carenza, because that's what they do.
Yeah, there's
Right.
a bunch of companies like that.
Yep.
Basically,
But
if
of
Jeff and
course-
Barry like your game, they'll be
Jeff and
be
Barry
quite
being
likely,
Premium Edition being the best friends of GoGameGo, right?
six-time guest, an all-time
plus
record.
Six
They really
times
do
they've
that.
been on the show. So
They do a hell of a job.
oh, absolutely.
It is
Great guys.
definitely a premium job.
Yeah. So Stragestio, that is what I would do is look up Premium Edition games, and there's going to be some contact information from their website and talk to them through there. They would definitely be a good place to go. I know I've got a few. They're hidden in back here, but I got a few Premium Edition games right here. I love them, and they're indie games that have been released in the Nintendo online store, and then just that were good enough that they deserved physical releases. So.
And they've been moving into the other platforms as well, the retro platforms.
Yes, they have. Yes.
Right. So
Saboteur wants us to wrap up, apparently.
Saboteur is saying we got to play some Rocket League.
But we can't have another anniversary show for another whole year.
If we make it, Pete. You were shocked to get it this time.
Nobody ever really expected to make it, but here we are.
How are we still here? It's free. Well, somewhat.
All right. Should we head out and I can play those two videos on the way out?
Yes, please.
I would think.
Those are classic.
Stashnet, are you ready? Are you here? Are you with us? Are you ready?
Yeah, Stashnet. Don't tell us you left already.
Yeah, I want to make sure that you're still here.
She's only here for the middle part of the show.
Yeah.
I
Wait a minute, Pete,
did wrong already.
Go
No,
gone.
she's cool.
What?
She was here.
What's going on, Pete?
She made mention 4 minutes ago. So when she mentioned the Saturday Night Live,
You
with
just want
Tom
to say,
Petty and
game
Bob
over,
Dylan.
man. Game over.
Game over.
All right.
Game over. There it
Pete,
is.
We're cutting you off at 8% next time.
Right on.
Dash is here.
Hashtag is there.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for
Take
3
care.
years.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for showing up,
Thank
everyone.
you for everything,
It was a
guys.
lot of
Thank
fun.
you for everything.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, and thank you for allowing us to be part of it.
Thanks, Pete and Lance and JD, who's not here, for being on these shows so much. I really appreciate it.
And for giving us this great look on this video that we'll use to wrap up.
All right, here we go.
That
We're
one
going
right there.
to- Ah,
No, not that one.
Damn you, Go Game Go.
I love you, Pete.
all right, here we go. We're headed out on 2 videos if I can find them. Yes. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. Enjoy.
Happy 3rd anniversary to Go Game Go. Can't believe it's been 3 years already just in the last year alone. You remember last year we had that great show? It was the 2nd anniversary. You thought there's no way this is going to make it to the 3rd, right? Well, it did. And they were trying to get 400 subs at that time, and now they're up over 700 subs. Absolutely amazing, growing all the time. And 52 weeks is a long time.
One eternity later.
And at 90 minutes an episode? Oh, come on now. We all know really it's more like 100.
Hello.
Hello. That's like 5,200 minutes in the run of a year.
Hi, I'm Stu.
Hey, Stuart, how you doing?
That's something like almost 87 hours, which is almost like 4 whole complete days sitting in front of your computer staring at Go Game Go. I can't believe I had something else I could have done with my Wednesday nights.
Hey, look who it is.
Papa Pete.
Papa Pete.
Nah, I'd rather do this. Anyway, congratulations, Go Game Go. And, really, even though I love you and I have so much fun spending time with you, I got to say it again. Damn you, Go Game Go.
50, you don't have to.
I timed this just right. Okay, I got to think here.
I gotta figure this
What
out.
if I do this?
Just keep your pants on.
Oh, big
Wow,
bird.
look at that, dude. That's slick. You are a clever individual.
He's gonna stand there throughout.
You know what the problem with this is? I haven't had a beer yet. So I'm
Oh.
gonna have Patty's Brew Pub in Wolfville, Nova Scotia.
Oh, that's a neat label.
Blood Orange Ale.
Yum.
Hey, Pete, can you look through the little hole in the logo there in the middle?
Glasses.
You could have like a Mr. Magoo thing kind of going on here.
We have 2 logos up there. Let's see. Give me
Shit.
that is it.
It is JD.
And we're still live.